Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jimmy and this is Patriots Glow. And in today's video, I'm showing you a super simple, easy woodworking project that anybody can do with basic tools. You can sell this at your local markets or on Facebook Marketplace. You could probably do this on Etsy, but the shipping is going to be a little bit more expensive, so you might keep it here at home with you. In today's build, we're going to go ahead and have 3 fence pickets on hand just in case we need them. Might be able to do this with 2, but I got 3 just in case. And we are also going to use a solar low profile post cap light. And this is going to be used in our build as well. You don't absolutely need this, but for my build, I am going to utilize this. But you can change the build up however you want, and you don't absolutely need this. Now, these can range anywhere from $10 to $20. I'll link some down in the description box below. So if you want to make this build and utilize these, you're more than welcome to pick some up down in the description box below. All right, once we get through this build, I will show you the pricing on this build and how I came up with it at the very end. And let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go. Okay, like always, when I'm starting to work with these fence pickets, I am going to sand down the entire fence picket on one side while they are in full pieces, mainly because I find it to be faster than having to sand down individual pieces later. Obviously, you'll have to do a little bit of sanding later, but this is much faster going all the way down it just like this. Now, on the other side, I only do the 2 edges, and that is so that you have a clean glue up that doesn't actually just soak into the wood, and it has a nice clean glue up when you go to glue these together. Just make sure that everything that's going to get glued together has a nice sanded surface so that it glues well. Because I will always remind everybody, make sure you take all of your staples out of the end of your boards. Take the stickers off. The stickers won't hurt your saw, but the staples will cause a little bit of a light show. So make sure you remove all those and clean up the edge of that board. We want all of our boards to be nice and clean. This build here is going to have almost virtually no waste whatsoever. So we are going to make our first cuts at 17 inches, and we're going to end up with 4 of those. Now, after we make those first cuts, we are going to make 8 more additional cuts, and those are all going to be at 12 inches long. And that's going to take more than one board. We're actually going to start cutting into another board. So we will actually be a board and some into it. And for our last box, we are going to make 4 6-inch cuts, and that is going to wrap up our boxes. Now you are going to want to keep the rest of the scrap, because the rest of the scrap is going to make up what we need to finish off this project. Now, we've done it many times before, but we are going to come over and start gluing this up and brad nailing it together, and I'm going to do a little bit of an explanation here. Okay, so this is going to be the part of the build that I have to talk about. It is important the way that you build your box, because 2 different ways you're going to get 2 different results, obviously. If you overlap each time like so, you're going to get a square box. I hope everybody can see. You will get a square box. But if you overlap like this, you're going to get more of a rectangular shape. Now, the only reason that I bring this up is that if you make it a rectangular shape, you don't need a table saw so that you can actually fit your bottoms to this into here without needing a table saw to actually make your pieces thinner. But if we are going to make our box like so, this and this, none of this is 5.5 inches anymore. So now you are going to need to rip those boards down to actually fit a cap onto this. So keep that in mind depending on how you do this, how you build this box. Do you want them to be squares? Does it matter if they're squares? Can it be rectangular? Just keep that in mind while you're doing this. Build it how you need to build it depending on the tools that you have available to you. And then it's as simple as putting all the boxes together. Just make sure all of your edges line up perfectly fine, or at least the bottom side, so that everything sits flat, because all of these are going to be tall side facing up, just like it's sitting just like it is now. Okay, so far, this is what we have. Now, there are a few different ways that we can approach this. There are a few different ways that we can do this. So everything will need a bottom, and everything will need to be able to drain. So you could do that. Or they do have those planning cups that you can get, and I don't know where my square ones are, so I can't even demonstrate it for us here. But they're like little 4x4 planter cups that you can put in here. Now this is 5x5, but it'll fit perfectly fine. And you can put those in here with flowers. That would also work. Here comes a storm. Which at that point, you would definitely want to put the bottom right here on this one, right here on this one, up here on, right about here on this one. But we're gonna have to cut the bottoms out of what we have left, which we definitely should have plenty of material here to cut the rest of our bottoms out. So I do have to take it over to the table saw, but this is where I told you that if you don't have a table saw available or a way to rip these boards down, which you don't actually have to have a table saw, you could very well do this, make these smaller with a jigsaw to be able to fit these into these areas. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll do just to prove the point. Today, we're going to be cutting the bottoms out with a jigsaw. Or you can do it with a bandsaw, but we're going to do it with a jigsaw just to make it a little bit harder on me so that we can show that you can do it with or without it. So let's go ahead and cut these out real quick. All right, so great news. I am a complete and utter nincompoop. And when I was cutting this, and even if I cut it perfectly and I wasn't thinking about it, this is going to sit on top of here no matter what. So we can either make this cap go all the way over top of everything, or we can make it flush onto the, come on, get in there, onto the bottom of everything. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. So we are gonna go ahead and make it flush, because I went ahead and already cut all 4 of these. Wait, where'd the other 4th one go? Because I already cut all 4 of these down to size. So now that they're down to this size, let's go ahead and cut this way. All I'm doing here is measuring and marking 5 inches so that I know where to cut with my jigsaw. I flip you up and around so that you guys can see everything's done with a jigsaw. It takes a little bit of trial and error fitting them a couple of times, mainly because everything's done by hand, but you can take it a little bit smaller and it will work perfectly fine. The way that I secure these is I measure about 6.5 inches down from the top, and then I secure them with brad nails. And I do that for each one of these, and that will give you a reference point so that you know where to send your brad nails into, and you will be able to obviously have something to hold your floors in. I also end up using a piece of the scrap that we had left to actually mount that light to the very top. I sit there and do that at the very end just because I didn't have any other way to mount it. So I used that last piece of scrap so that I could mount it there. Once I have everything in the way that I want, holes in the bottoms of the floors and everything together, I actually put roundovers on everything and mount that light on top. All right, everybody, super simple, easy build that anybody could do with basic tools. And this is kind of what it turns out to be, what you will end up getting. Obviously, hopefully I put a really nice little darker video of what this would look like at dusk or at night in the video. So this is going to be your basic setup. Now, there are a few things that you have to take into consideration and may have to change along the way. These are all individually loose. None of them are actually attached. So they are all their own individual planner / little just post here. You can sell them that way, or you can attach them all together, remove these inside pieces and just attach them all together, make it all one big piece, or build it exactly like this, attach everything. Those are things that you can change this build, and like always, make it exactly the way that you want it and mold it into your own design. Now, making this for yourself, an awesome project. You can make this a lot bigger. You can even make it a little bit smaller, although I think this is a small enough size, but you can make it way bigger and charge more for it. And speaking of charging for it, the way that I would price this without the lantern and just making this big one a planter, I would charge anywhere from $45 to $65 for this. And you can put this in a corner, on a front porch, on a stoop, things like that. Really easy, simple build, something that would sell really nice. And I think that is a good price point for that. Now, obviously, you're going to spend $10 to $15 on this top light. So you want to add that into it. So add an additional $20 onto that. So anywhere from $65 to $75 with the added light. Now, always remember, depending on how you market this, your pictures, how you stage it, and the market that you sell at, this could sell for more than that, but it all depends on how you market it. If your marketing skills are top notch, or to that point, you're going to be able to market things a little bit better. Something to take into consideration while putting this online if you're going to sell it, if you're not just going to make it for yourself. So if you're making it for yourself, cool, awesome project to make. I think it looks pretty decent. Something super easy for anybody to build. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you want, go ahead and leave me a like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you do hit that like button, after you hit that like button, a hype button pops up and I'll try to put a video on there. Go ahead and smash that hype button. It helps the channel grow, helps us as a community. I really appreciate everything that you guys do. And like always, you guys are the foundation that this channel is built on. I love you guys, and I hope to catch you in the next video.